Hello traders, my name is John Ajoku. I'm a Forex trader and I've been in this industry for the past 8 years and a lead mentor at CPG Trading Academy. Now today I bring you something new. Now if you are a new person in Forex trading or you are thinking about going into Forex, this video is for you. I'm going to share with you how I got started to the point of owning an academy from scratch, from zero to hero. So stay tuned as I walk you through. But if you are here and you have not subscribed to this channel, please kindly do so. Subscribe, hit the subscribe button, share with family and friends, and like as well. Thank you. The most popular keyword in the world today of finance is Forex. When you go to Google and you type Forex, you see billions of people that search for that particular word on a daily basis. Every second, every minute, people keep searching for Forex. Everything about Forex, you get all of that. So if you're in doubt, kindly hit the Google search bar and type Forex. You see the number of people that searches for that word on a daily basis. But then, the first thing you want to know is what Forex is. Now, as for me, I never cared to know about Forex. I never cared to know about Forex. I hated Forex with passion, everything in me. Why so? Because most of the people that I've got in contact with have told me they trade Forex. None of them have ever been successful. They've lost, they are not just money, they've lost capital. So, and as a young person, I've never worked for anybody for salary. I've never worked for anybody for salary that I remember. So, at my early age, I was always thinking of how to be my own boss, be an entrepreneur. So, I was able to register about 2 companies at my very early age. So, and this is Nigeria. It's not about registering a company that matters, but what really matters to me is that I've registered. It's now official, right? That I have a company registered. But the most important thing to every businessman, anybody that owns a company or an organization, is how to make profit, how to keep bringing in money. So it becomes a very difficult task for me because for you to get a contract, you need to know someone that knows someone, and all of that. So it was a very tough one. But I kept on pushing. So at that point, the little money I made, if you come to tell me about Forex, I see you as an enemy because it's obvious you want me to lose the little capital that I've made or the little money I've made from my struggles. So if you tell me about Forex and you're close to me, I disown you. It's as simple as APC. So because I see you as an enemy of progress. But with all the knowledge I had, including IT knowledge, though I'm not a professional when it comes to IT world, but at least I am exposed to it. So with all that knowledge, I have never sat down one day to care to know what Forex is because of the hatred I already developed for it, because I don't want anything that I'll lose money. So I don't know what Forex is, but common sense tells me that Forex is foreign exchange. Common sense tells me that. So one day, I have this client that they are very rich, billionaires. So I do render some consultancy services for them, mostly free and all of that. So they get used to me. So when there's anything, they get in touch with me to know my opinion. So one day, his wife gets in touch with me. I said, John, I say yes. So what do you know about Forex? This was a phone call. What do you know about Forex? So I paused for a moment because it actually shocked me. I was shocked to hear that because if you were to be another person, obviously that ends it. For you to mention Forex, you become my enemy. So for this one, I feel that this can result to further business and all of that, of course. So I'm always expecting contract, business from at any point in time. So I said Forex. I said okay. Forex is foreign exchange. At least that's the little I know. So, and after I answered her, I found out that she was not satisfied with my answers. That was when I demanded to know what the problem was. She told me that somebody invited her for a Forex seminar She attended the seminar and the person has been on her nerves to come and register. I said, wow. So at this point in time, I couldn't utter any meaningful word because I don't know how Forex is done. I don't know if registration is needed or not. So the clever step I took was to ask her to send me the details of their next seminar so that I could attend and I advise her better on how to go about it. She said okay, and that step I took to transform my life. Most people sometimes they're always conscious of money, every time money. You ask them to do something for you, they'll say money. But if I share with you how free services have changed my life, you'll be so amazed. One of it is this Forex I'm doing today. So I told her, so she quickly forwarded the details to me. And this seminar was to hold on a Sunday at about 2 p.m. in one of the popular hotels in Abuja. So now, in my church, we close around 11 a.m. So when we closed from church, I didn't go back home. I went straight to the venue. Why? Because I wanted to sit at the front seat. Now look at it. My mission was to go and scatter that particular event. For the fact that they got in touch with someone that I knew, I was already angry. So I got to the venue on time. I was the first person. Now I sat down until others started coming in, and even the organizers, they all came in. And because that I sit almost at the front. Why? Because I wanted to be ready. I wanted the hall to be filled so that when they get started, I can stand up and tell them, these guys are scammers, so you better leave right now if you don't want to lose your money. So my mission was the mission of Saul in the Bible, who always persecuted the children of God and was actually on his way to persecute the children of God when he was arrested. That was actually my case. So as I went there, I sat down. So I was waiting for others to come so that I can display. But while waiting, a young man walked into the front, introduced himself, and as a Forex trader. And he also told us that he graduated as an accountant. That since he graduated, there was no job for him. He was just sitting at home, nothing, until somebody told him about Forex trading. Not just Forex trading, but Forex Academy, where he can learn and also earn. But before he went further, he asked, how many of you knew why you are here? A lot of people raised their hand and said, yes, we're here to make money. We're here to make money. We're here to cash out in dollars. And the young man smiled and said, this is the reason why people will continue to lose their money in Forex. Because first, you don't go into a business that you do not know any details about. You don't have details about that business. You just hear that there is money in this business. You jump into it. He said you will fail. You will lose out. Because why? He said to every business there is a secret. He said that is why you could see our brothers from the eastern part of Nigeria, they are all doing well when it comes to what? Business. You see, you can hardly see any of those from the east that get into a business without serving as a boy or without serving as a boy to the owner of the business for him to acquire the knowledge about that business before you go into it. And if he decides not to serve or he feels it's big to serve, he can pay any amount of money to learn about that business before he goes into it. He said, at the process of staying with that boss, he's learning the skill, he's learning the bad, he's learning the good of that business. At the end of the day, he gets knowledge, he gets a lot of knowledge about that business. By the time he starts that business, he's going to do well. The same thing is also applicable to Forex. You don't just jump into Forex because, man, you Google it or you watch YouTube, a young man that is making millions or billions of dollars. You say you don't just conclude and jump into that. He said what you do is to go and do what? No, they go and know about that business. You learn it. By the time you learn it, you'll be able to do well. He said, for you to be successful in Forex, you need what? Knowledge. And he now shared with us how somebody introduced the academy to him, and he decided to take advantage, and he learned. Today, he is making money. He's making money in dollars, any money in dollars. And he said that all you simply need to do this is what? Is a phone, a smartphone, and a laptop. That's all you need to get started in this business. You don't need to pay for any offices. You don't need to pay for any big shop or whatsoever. It's as easy as ABC. So why he was saying this, he said, for anybody you've seen that have lost money in the Forex, they lost money because they do not have the knowledge. So I started asking myself where I was seated. I said, so which means those people that have lost money in this business actually lost this money because they do not have the knowledge. They are not doing the right thing. I asked myself again, so what if I learned this business? So which means I can be as good as this guy that is talking to us. So while I was sitting down, my mind started changing. My mind is no longer to go and disrupt the event. My mind is now, wow, so I can learn this and become successful as this guy. You see, the whole thing changed. So at this point in time, I was already arrested like Paul in the Bible. So I now pay attention. Now, the young man showed us several results how he has made money from the market just by simply placing a buy and sell. Very easy to place a buy and sell, but he said knowledge is key. So at this point in time, I listened attentively to all he has to say. And because he mentioned that it's an academy that teaches you how to trade, as you are learning, you're also making money. Learn and earn. For those of you that know iMarket Live or I Am Academy, they have now rebranded to I Am Academy, right? So that was the academy that brought me. That was my first Forex academy. That was the first Forex academy I enrolled into. So now the money they called for registration was so huge. I didn't have that money, but because of the information that I have gathered, because of how convinced I am this time, I did that somebody, my landlord, it's actually my landlord I was his caretaker, so I have some money that I've collected from the tenant that with me. That was the money I could access at that particular time. So I went home and pulled that money and go and register. But before I do that, I went to this young man after his presentation and I asked him, sir, learn and earn. Like, how much do I invest? And so the young man, on hearing the word, how much can I invest to make money, he shouted at me. He said, young man, if you're here to invest, go with your money. But if you're here to learn, welcome. So that struck me so hard. And he was not talking to others the way he just replied me. So I said, no problem. So he was actually God sent. God spoke through his mouth to me that learning is key here. I said, okay, no problem. No, I was just joking. So I grabbed the money and paid. So when I came on board, like for some of you that know how IML operate, they are more of referrals. You refer someone, they pay you, you get ranked up to chairman, you get ranked to chairman 10, chairman this and chairman, all of that. So a lot of people, they also sold these ideas to people. So a lot of people jump on referrals, bringing people and relying on signals to make money. But I was actually there not to do such. I was there to actually learn. So now when it was time, and it's an online academy, you just sign up, you log in, you're watching pre-recorded videos. So it was tough for me because even those guys that came and did that presentation were not actually based in Abuja. They were in Port Harcourt. But because of they want to rank up to chairman, whatever they want to rank up to, they started traveling around Nigeria to do what, to run that seminars for people to come in on board. That was how I got started. Now they promised us mentorship. They were nowhere to mentor because they were all busy looking for bringing people, referring people to the academy and getting ranked up and all of that. So learning was so difficult for me. But because I believed in it, one of the things that make me believe in it is that number one, is a legitimate business, which I confirm. You can do it in any part of the world. Nobody will screw you. So that was number one. That's the confirmation for me. I also got to understand that this particular business is a business that the bank do. It's a business that the central banks also do. Hedge funds. So all this confirmation were there. And I know that banks will not go into any business that is what? That is not legit. No bank will go into business that is not legit. They want to go into business that is legit and there is profit in it. That's what banks do. So for banks to be one of the drivers of this market, one of the participants in this market, is 100% for me. For government to participate in this business is 100% for me. So that was one of the things that made me go into it. So I refused to give up when it was even hard, difficult, when the learning becomes so difficult for me. So I stayed tuned. Now I blew several accounts because nobody to mentor me. So I started paying for class, some other, jumping from one academy to another, from one online course to another. But at the end of the day, all those losses I've lost, it didn't deter me from trading Forex. Because remember, I already made up my mind. I already made my research. I'm finding out that this thing is good. It's actually good for me. It's going to change my story, my financial history. Now, but before I jump into this Forex, I was always at the National Assembly. Why? Looking for contract. I have an NGO. Things were not just adding up for me. So at that National Assembly, I have some of the honorable members and the senators. I have their contacts. Up till now, I do. So what I usually do, by weekend, I send them messages, wishing them, happy weekend and all of that, giving them best wishes. At the end of the day, if he's a Muslim faithful or senator or honorable member, what I do, I'll end up my message with Almighty Allah. If he's a Christian honorable member or a senator, what I'll do is I'll end my message with in the mighty name of Jesus, praying for that person. So why am I doing that? So that they can create a space for me in their heart. So they keep remembering me in case there's opportunity, they can easily, let me call Mr. John and give him this contract. It was like that. When I jump into Forex. Now, when I jumped into it, like I told you, it wasn't easy for me. So I started making my research. I said, if I have not spent money, in fact, the money I spent learning Forex, including the one I've blown, is in millions. I can't even count. I've lost count of it. But then, what matters is that I've made up my mind that this business is good for me, and I'm going to do it and make money out of it. So now, in the IML, my mentor there started bringing me on board. No, come on board, bring. The pressure was much. So what I started doing, I adopted a system because I knew I didn't know this business very well and nobody is ready to teach me. So the little I know, I started teaching people. Those that are doing referral, after referring them, nobody to coach them. So I started doing what? Training them, teaching them the little I know. It is from that little that I knew that I was teaching. At the process of teaching, I started learning better. That's why the best way to learn is to teach even the little that you know. By the time you start teaching people, you find out that some things you don't even know, because of course they don't even know when you're not. They don't even know when you are missing out. But for the fact that you are teaching them, when you miss out, you already, I'm not getting this, So you go and make more further research so that they will not, you won't fumble. By so doing, you keep improving. By so doing, you keep improving and improving. And at the end of the day, you what? You'll be so happy with yourself. That was what I did. So I started teaching people, teaching them the literature, and from there people started getting, attracted to me. I make research, it helps my research. And at the end of the day, I got a lot of students from there. But though I was not collecting money from them, because the idea is when we refer people, when my mentors refer people, what they do is that when you train them, keep giving them training, they keep encouraging them to subscribe, because it's a monthly subscription, to subscribe again and subscribe again. So it was like that. That's the system they adopted there. So I volunteered to be teaching the literature, and that was how my story began in Forex. So from there, I started referring people. I started going to radio, radio session. If they are going, my mentors are going to radio, they will carry me along. Started talking about Forex and the IML tools like the harmonic scanner and the swipe trades, all manners. Go there and tell people how good it is. People comes in and all of that. So I've never been to radio before and all that. So it was this concept I started building myself. So sometimes I go for radio. Like I remember before my mentor allowed me to start going for radio program alone. It has to cost him something. He didn't, because they needed massive attendance. So I remember one day we were to we had a session on the radio, and he couldn't meet up. And he called me. He said, "Are you there?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Can I take?" He said, "I should wait." I said, "Okay." All of a sudden, he said, "Okay. Oh, anyway, just take it. I don't think I can make it. Take it." And I took it. The number of people that attended our session that day was higher than the one that he conducted himself as an expert that he is. So on that area, I became good going to radio to talk about Forex. People listening, people started trooping in and all of that, all for my mentor. So when this was going on, I kept on developing myself as well. I was not really paying attention on referring people. I was paying attention more on training, on learning. That was how my story changed. So it got to a point that I decided to look for a way and establish my own academy. I approached one or two people and I did the little I could, put it together, and I started my academy. Now today, I own one of the best academy here in Nigeria, CPAG Trading Academy. Now the beauty of this academy is that we are not even very visible online yet, because I stayed away from online. But the truth is that right now, if you Google Forex Trading Academy in Abuja, we are within the first three that will pop up. So that's to tell you what God has done for me in this business. And I'll also shock you, in this Forex business, here, all my children is Forex money that used to train them. In fact, if you open my blood right now, my flesh, what you see there that is running, the blood in my flesh is what is Forex. Everything about me has been Forex. So that is how God came through for me in Forex trading. Today, I can tap my chest and call myself a Forex trader. If you are new here and you want to consider going into Forex trading, please, I beg of you, learning is key. Because I remember, if that guy that did the presentation did not tell me, if God did not use him to tell me that learning is key, today I wouldn't have been in this business anymore. Those of us that joined the same period, even those that I met there, they are no longer in the business. I remember some of them that were even registered on IML and all of that. Most of them comes to my academy for training, proper training. You get that? So that is how God has changed my life. So I beg of you, the Holy Book put it this way. He said, my people perish due to lack of knowledge. A lot of people lose their capital because they don't have, as simple as acquiring knowledge is, they don't have the knowledge. And in this business, knowledge is key. If you want to be successful, you want to make that kind of money, you see others making online and all of that, please embrace knowledge. Embrace knowledge. Learn. And for people that feel, why do I need to pay for an academy? Why do I need to enroll or waste my money paying to learn Forex? Why, when I can access it online, I can use Google, I can get it on YouTube. Please don't mix it up. You can never be successful learning Forex on YouTube or using Google. I can repeat that again. You can never be a successful trader by learning Forex via YouTube or Google. Now, what YouTube or Google does for you, how helpful it is for you, is that it aids your research, right? It aids your research. So you can make your research. If you have learned a course or a particular, maybe what do you call it, a particular skill or strategy, you can actually make further research to get a better understanding by watching a YouTube video. That's what it does. Have you ever seen any man that has never driven a car before? He doesn't know how to drive, but in their garage there's a lot of cars parked, and one day he said to himself, I need to drive. Good. Now, how do I go about it? Let me consult YouTube. Of course, we go to YouTube and you type how to drive a car. YouTube will give you videos to watch. Now, after driving that, after learning that on YouTube, you now go ahead and grab a key on the car and you want to move. What do you think will happen? Now, what will happen is that you either crash with the car or you crash the car. You will definitely crash. That is why a lot of people are crashing today in Forex. What do I mean crashing? They are losing their capital. Simply because they do not know how to drive. They do not know how to trade. They don't know how to trade. They just believe that I watch this video on YouTube. Oh, this guy is good. This guy is... No. You can't learn it on YouTube. It can only help you with your research. But when you now take it as, you take it as a career, and you now enroll into an academy, and you learn about that particular business, I bet you will do well. But to just wake up and say, let me do this, I think I can do it online, I bet you no one will be successful learning Forex via YouTube or Google. But then the Google and YouTube are meant to aid your research or to help you understand better what you have learned in your academy. I'm telling you from experience. I'm sharing this, doing this video to help. I don't know who I'm talking to help you that believe that Forex is not legit, or that Forex does not pay, or that people lose money in Forex. It's not true. Everything I have done so far in the past 7 to 8 years, majority of it is Forex. I don't know any other business. I don't do any other business. It's just Forex I do. And Forex is such that gives you liberty. You don't need to stop your job, your current job, for you to learn to learn Forex or to trade Forex. No. It does not interfere with your daily routine. You can be in the office as long as you have the time to check your WhatsApp, as long as you have the time to do one or two things online, you also have the time to trade Forex. So all you need to do is, the most difficult part of it is just learn. When you learn, you can still retain your job, you'll be fine. Now come to think of it, have you ever seen someone that wants to be a medical doctor? He wants to be a medical doctor. He now goes about reading or maybe searching YouTube how to become a medical doctor. After searching, watching some videos, he now went and saw what do you call it? This is a lab suit, a lab coat, what they call it. Is it apron? Yes. You now wear it and begin to parade yourself as a doctor. People give you a job. People that are sick come to you. People that are sick come to you. At the end of the day, what do you think will happen? That guy will be a glorified, in fact, a murderer. He'll be a murderer, but he's going to murder a lot of soul. Why? He doesn't know how the job. He's not trained professionally to carry out such skills that he's carrying out. It's the same thing here. A lot of us go to school to learn to do one course or the other. After spending 3 years, 4 years, and more, 6 years to do a course, at the end of the day, you still come back to the labor market to look for a job. You now have the opportunity. You now have the opportunity to learn something within 6 months that's going to give you money. That's not going to stress you. You know, say, no, I don't want, it's costly. No, I don't want to pay. I can get that free. Anything you get free is free. You can't get best value for it. If you want to get best value for something, you pay for it. I'm not saying this so that you come and enroll into my academy. No. I'm talking to you so that attach value to Forex. If you attach value to Forex trading, you will get value from it. I'm getting value from Forex. When others are shouting and screaming, this country sell, this country is bad, that country, our government is not doing that, our government is not doing that, I will laugh. I remember when I told some people about 2 years ago, I told them, I said that dollar was going to hit 1,000 per naira. Sorry, that $1 is going to hit 1,000 naira. That they should look for. They say, no, it's not possible. Now you praying for that. I said, I'm even praying for it to get to 10,000 naira per dollar. I said, I make more money when I place trade. And I also go to the same market. You that are being paid 1 million naira, your 1 million naira become useless, worthless. But my ordinary $1,000 at that time comes to millions. And I use it, go to the same market with you, I buy the same thing with you, and I still have a lot of money. Why? Because my business, we're in the same country, but we're operating from different operating from different sources. My source pays me. Just like today in Nigeria, your 1 naira, as at this moment I'm talking to you, your 1 naira is worthless, cannot buy you anything in the market. It can't buy you anything. But if you give someone the 1 naira today, the person won't collect it because he sees it as a sign of poverty. That's the level it is now. So you can imagine, even if you give somebody a beggar 10 naira, he will not value it. 1 naira is not like 100 naira. That 100 naira is just more like a 1 naira today. But I can bet you $1, as at today that I'm talking to you, is 1,362 naira. $1, only $1. So why now look at it this way? Why would I want to do a business in naira? I should do a business in dollar so that I'll make more money, right? So now if somebody dash you 1,000 naira today, as I talk to you, that that person has succeeded in buying you a plate of food. The meal may not satisfy, may not be enough for you. Or maybe it depends on where you are buying from. It can maybe help you for the day. But hey, if I give you $1,000, it has given you 1.3, about 1.4 million naira that I've given it to you. You see that $1 and naira are not mates. They are not mates. That's why you need to rethink. You need to rethink, especially this year, 2004. I mean, 2024. This year, 2024. Rethink and see how you can do a business that's going to pay you in hard currency. If you are watching this video and you're making money in hard currency, you don't know what God has done for you. You don't know what God has done for you. If you are making money, your money in hard currency, you don't know what God has done for you. I do tell people, I say, I make money in dollars and we spend in naira to help the Nigerian economy. Yes, the money I make is in dollars and I spend it in naira. You can imagine that. So you that is a director, you that is DG, that they are paying 1 million or 2 million, I just laugh. And you are satisfied with this, no, I'm okay. No, you know, I'm the DG here. My brother, my sister, it is well. It is well with you. The earlier you wake up and think of taking Forex serious, taking Forex as a career, taking it as serious as possible, the better for you. And I beg you, don't learn on YouTube. Don't learn Forex via YouTube. What you can only do on YouTube is that YouTube will help you, guide you on how to take a trade. You will not, in case you don't know how to place a trade for the first time, you'll be able to place a trade. Kakam, you place buy. Jam, you place sell. You'll be able to do that. In case you don't know anything about, when you watch a video, you'll be able to do that. But when you come to analyzing the market, knowing when to enter the market and knowing when to exit the market, which is the great thing in Forex, YouTube and Google will not tell you that. They will not be able to guide you because Forex is bigger than anybody you think of. Forex is bigger than anybody you think of. So the best thing that can happen to you as a person is do what? Go and learn. Don't put in money first. Money will come after the learning. I bet you. Money will come after the learning. Without learning, there will be no money. Now, I do hear some people say Forex is risky. And I usually ask, tell me anything on this planet Earth that is not risky. What is that in this planet Earth that is not risky? It is not full of risk. Okay, this is a new day. Yesterday, you and I went to bed. And when we went to bed, what happened to us? We slept. But can I shock you? Not all of us woke up this morning. Not everybody that went to bed last night are alive today. So many die, many pass on from their sleep. Okay, let's look at it this way. Let's say this morning you woke up and you are hearing cry in your neighborhood. Probably let's say towards your left side. You are crying and crying and crying. You now came up and you ask, please, what happened there? What happened? They say, God forbid, they say one of your neighbor went to bed to your left side, went to bed last night and didn't wake up. I'm sure the next thing you say, yeah, hell, yeah, this life, sir, try. Yeah, I know that's what you do. You sympathize with them, right? Now, the next day, you went to bed, woke up again, started hearing another cry. What happened? Towards your right side, what happened? Another person died from the same sleep. He went to bed, he didn't wake up again. What happened? Person died. Another day, he went to bed, you started hearing cry again. What happened? Your neighbor behind you went to bed, couldn't see the light of the day. He died. I'm sure this time around, you start thinking, you now call yourself to others, start thinking, wait, the other day, it was this person. Today again, this person. And it's left, right, back, and now you are the next. Your building is one in front. All do you think will happen to you? At this point in time, I was started analyzing that, man, it's like, I'm not going to go to bed again, which is a more shortcut to death. If you say you don't want to sleep again, that's another shortcut to quick death. Quick death. So the best thing to do at that time is to look at, man, what do I do? You need to do what? You need to embrace God. In case you don't have good standing with God, at that time, you need to what? Make your ways right with God. Why are you making your ways right with God? Because one with God is majority. If you are with God and the evil one come to hurt you, what will happen? When they come, they see God, angels around you. They will not what? They will not dare it. They will go back. They will go back. What have you done? You have been able to do what? To avert the risk of going to bed and dying like your neighbor. So in the same way, in Forex, all these things are in place. All these things are in place. So when you come to Forex trading, there's what we call risk management. There's what we call risk management. Risk management is that as I'm entering this trade right now, I want to buy. I want this market to go up, but in case this market go against me, please take me out at this particular point. This is the loss I'm willing to take. Could be 1%, could be 0.5% of your account, could be whatever. So now, at that time, when the market go against you, you only lose 1% of your account and you are fine. The beauty of the market is that losses is a normal thing here in Forex. So losing a trade is normal, but what is abnormal here is losing your capital. It is not allowed for you to lose your capital in this academy, in my academy, or in our academy. If you lose in the market, it's an abomination for you to lose your capital. Losing your capital simply means you come in, you funded your account with $1,000, and you took a trade and you lost the entire $1,000. It is an abomination. But it is right for you to enter a trade and lose a trade. You didn't go your direction. You came out and take you out of the market. It is normal. There's no anybody that is a forex that is trading forex that can tap his or her chest and say, I have never lost a trade before. It's not done. Why? Because when you understand the forex exchange market, you know that about 8.23 trillion US dollars is being traded in the forex exchange market. That you and I, we don't have power over the market. That's the retail traders. We only have less than 20% control of the market. The people that have that control over 80% of the market are the sharks. Who are these sharks? Those are central banks. Those are banks, commercial banks. Those are hedge funds. Those are governments. These are the guys that are in control of this money. These guys, they put in billions and trillions of dollars in the market. You and I don't have that money. If you are listening to me right now or you're watching this video right now, I'm sure most of you want to start, you may end up starting with $1,000 and you feel as if you have put in money. But you can imagine someone so what do you have in case you want this market to go up and let's say the entire retail traders put in $100 million and they expect the market to go up, and the retail the sharks, the major participant in the market, decide to pump in $100 billion for sale. They want the market to go down, but you put $100 million and want the market to go up. What direction do you think the market will go? The market will sink. That is why when we are trading, we are putting stop loss in case this market decides to go against us. Let it take 1% of our account. I'm sure if you wake up one day and see that out of the $1,000 you put in, $10 is off, you won't feel bad. But because it will affect you to get to you when you put in, let's say you wake up one day and you find out that out of the money you put in, that about $900 is gone of your money. That's when that's when you feel it. That's when you feel marked. That's when it affects your emotions. So this is all about the market. All these things are in place in the market, because you cannot guarantee that when you leave your house this morning you get home. That's why I talk about that everything in life is risky. It's full of risk. I've watched a video of an imam that is leading the congregation to pray. As he was going on his knees, that was the end of him. He just slumped and died. He didn't get to be just praying, not that he did anything. I've also watched another video of a pastor. He was preaching, and another person was translating it in Yoruba. He just finished making a statement, and the man was trying to interpret it. All of a sudden, he just slumped. That was his last statement. He died. So you see that life itself is full of risk. I've seen some people, the food you eat to survive, to gather strength and to grow, and have energy to do all your carry out your daily activity. Someone also take that same food. The rest of that food, person died. The same speed you are running, someone is running with you. All of a sudden, the person slumps and died. So everything we do in life is full of risk. But how do you manage it? You think of how to manage it. You think of how to manage it. That's why when you're driving a car, every car has a seatbelt. Why do you think there is a seatbelt? I'm sure before now, the first couple of cars that were produced, I'm sure they don't have seatbelt. But the producers look at it, it becomes very, very imperative that there is the built-in seatbelt, because people have accident and they are flinged out of the cars, and even when they're not supposed to die, they die. Now they decide to manage the risk of people having an accident and dying at the spot by what? Putting in the seatbelt. So that when you are driving before you accelerate, you draw your seatbelt. When you draw your seatbelt, what happened to you? In case there's an accident, the seatbelt will preserve you. All you need to do is to pray that the gas shouldn't explode. Once an accident happens, all you need to do, cut your seatbelt, break the windscreen and escape for your life. But the other person that does not have seatbelt, what do you think will happen to the person? The person get flings out and died at the spot. What do you think they have done? They manage it, risk management. In aircraft, we have parachutes. And anytime you're boarding a flight, they tell you how to use it in case of an emergency. What that parachute has done is also doing is what? Management. Managing the risk of crashing with a plane when there's a problem. So you can actually escape for your life by making use of the parachute. So these are levels we need to understand. Don't let people discourage you from trading Forex. It has changed my life. I must confess, Forex has changed my life. Nobody comes to my academy and believe that I'm the owner of the academy. I do tell people that I am only a caretaker while my manager here. The owner of the academy is God, because I'm too small to own the kind of academy I have, CPG Trading Academy. And the facility where the academy is located is very expensive. But we keep running it, we keep maintaining it, and we're here. And the next plan right now, the next target is to move from here to our own facility. The only thing that can make it happen is Forex. Sometimes I wake up and say, God, so how am I supposed to survive without Forex? When I see what people go through, the money I spend weekly is some director's salary, DG salary. That's what people are killing themselves to get to go to work for. But me, I don't do anything. I have luxury of time for myself. I have luxury of time. I can decide today that this academy, in fact, this week, this academy, I'm not going to this academy this week. Things will still be working, things will still be running, I'll still be making my money. It won't stop me from making money. So, if there's any business you want to think of in this 2024, it is the business of Forex. I've told you how I got started from zero to hero. Nothing. Now, take you back to the money I used to do that first registration, which is the money of my landlord, right? Now, when it was time, my landlord needed the money. I have lied, all manner of lying. But when I couldn't lie any longer, I sold, as at that time, what was so precious to me. That's the laptop I owned then. I think I sold it and sold that of my wife. That was how I was able to do. That was the price I paid to be where I am today. So sometimes people tell me, I don't have money, I laugh. There's always ways to make things happen. That's my belief. If you want to make things happen, there's always ways to make it happen. I made mine happen and my story changed. So you can make yours happen as well. It doesn't matter. But then, if you need to borrow money to go and learn a skill, when it is so important, depending on how it's born and how it is in your heart. It was a burden. If I had not taken that step that day, I would not have been in this business today. Because it was as it hot, I took that decision. I took that step. And the only way I can go about it, in fact, if I had not gotten that money, then I could have used sell my laptop or anything of value to me to get the training. Because the young man told me that if I'm here to invest, I should go to my money. But if I'm here to learn, and I'm working on that, it is in the learning that the money will come. And today, that young man is one of my mentors today. I do make reference to him a lot. Mr. Collins by name. So I do make a lot of reference to him. I don't joke with him. In fact, my history in Forex cannot be completed or is incomplete without that young man, Mr. Collins. It was him that God used to pass that simple message to me, that knowledge is key. And it was not as easy as he said. I paid dearly for it. Today, I'm happy. Today, I'm happy because things are working for me. Simply trading Forex. So you too can trade Forex happily just the way I trade. You can trade Forex happily just the way I trade, and you'll be happy with yourself. You're going to take care of your responsibilities without squeezing face, without asking God a question about God why. Well, God why. Without running hiding from your landlord. So you pay your bills when due, as at when due, and live the kind of life you want to live. The only thing that can make it happen is Forex. I used to believe that when someone is living a good life and is not going to work, staying at home, dressing well, driving good cars, making money, you see that this person is rich, but he's not going out. I used to see them as ritualists. But I repented from that when I get to know about Forex. So Forex will give you the time. Assuming I don't have an academy, I'll be at home, sleeping, rising, and I'll make money. So, don't you want to have that kind of time for yourself? The time you used to go and do flex. My brother and my sister, use that time, learn Forex, learn a new skill, and do the enjoyment later. These are simple things that people don't understand. When you end up learning this skill, you will be asking yourself question: why is it that it's now that I'm doing it? If I know I could have done this earlier. That's the question. That's the blame I used to blame myself. How I wish I knew this earlier. By now, I would have been better than I am today. No, that is the truth. I would have been better than I am today. But then, no time is late. That's the time that God wanted me in. And I'm also sure that this is the time that God wants you to see this video so that you can work. You can take a look at Forex again. Now, if you want to go into Forex, the only thing you need for a start is a smartphone. You need a smartphone and you need to have a journal. You need a smartphone and you need a journal. Those ones are for your basics. Those are for your basics, learning basics, to take a trade and all of that. You know how to take a trade, how to buy, how to sell. Of course, you do that with your smartphone, all of that, right? And you take note, take down some information that are going to be very useful to you. You need that. Then the second thing you need is a laptop. That's where you get to need a laptop where you go to the advanced level, where you be learning how to draw, analyze the market, marking up your chart. So that is what you need just to trade for it. And to crown it all, what you need again is an internet connection. Before now, I remember if I on my data, maybe I want to search something on Google, I on my data. Once I search it, I'll off it before I start reading that information. If I don't get it again, I'll on it again. Now, the young man told me, he said, if you want to learn Forex, internet is very, very important. So you need internet. So because he told me this, you know what I did? I went and bought different MiFi, different computers. This one failed, this one would not fail. So I started using them. When I was not comfortable with them, I bought all the networks to try their internet, and today I've resolved at one. So my phone, my data is always on 247. Yours may not be on 247 by virtue of what I do. So you need internet connection, right? You don't need to on your own data 24 hours, but at least if you need anytime you need to use it, you just on your data and do your thing. So I'm stressing the need why you need internet. You need internet, you need a smartphone, you need a laptop. These are the things you need to start trading Forex. The laptop, there's no any model of laptop. You do ask me, what kind of laptop and what would recommend? As long as that laptop can connect to internet, it's okay. It doesn't matter if it's crap or what, as long as it can connect to the internet, you're okay with it. There's no big deal about it, right? So in a laptop that can connect to the internet is good for you. And of course a smartphone where you can download your MT4 and all of the other applications that you may need. But majorly what you need, the application we use in trading for is MT4 and MT5. Now MT5 is the upgraded version of MT4, right? So that is the upgrade version of MT4. They all do the same thing. So any of them, you're okay. You can download any of them. So if a smartphone that can allow you to do such downloads, that is what you need in this particular. That's what you need in this particular business, right? Also, you will need the site that are very important and key to you as a beginner. You don't want to you need forexfactory.com. forexfactory.com. Now forexfactory.com is an economic calendar where you get information, news on any of those currencies that are going to be public, that are going to be news on any of those currencies. So you're going to see it on Forex Factory, right? So you get to know about the high impact, the medium impact, and the low impact. So all of this information, you get all of them on the word forexfactory.com. Is that clear? Then the next thing again you will need is, you also need, of course, in the future, you will need the tradingview.com. So tradingview is a site where most traders use to analyze their trade. We analyze our trade on tradingview.com, then get to see your charts and all of that. That is tradingview.com. And the next one you will also need, you will need a Forex calculator. You need a Forex calculator to be able to calculate your risk in case you want to risk 1%. So it is a calculator that will help you to say, okay, oh, this is actually this lot size to use that will ensure your 1% of your balance. So that one is also very, very important. Then other things you will need, you'll be communicated to, but these are the very key one that I think you will need for now, right? There are quite a lot of things you will need in the future, but this particular one, these three I've just mentioned, you need them right now. So in case you want to start trying, please download your MT4, go to TradingView and see what it's like. Just tradingview.com, you see what it looks like. Then you can also download the Forex calculator. Preferably I use a Facebook calculator, right? A Facebook calculator. That's what I use. All of them are the same thing, right? Depending, it's just preference, a matter of preference. So you can do all of that. Then above all, for you to be successful in Forex, you need a mentor. You need a mentor. There's this popular saying that if you know where you are going, your journey is short, right? Now, if you know someone that knows where you are going, you're already there. I'm sure most of us are used to this. Now, what does that mean? It simply means that if you know where you're going, they say your journey is short. So, which means you have an address of where you're going. So, all you need to do is, you don't know the place. All you need to do is to start asking people. Please, I'm looking for number so place. I'm looking for CPG Trading Academy. Oh, go there. Oh, go down there. Go left, go right. Right? And when you go left and go right, you're not seeing it again. Ask another person. They keep directing you until you get there. Right? Which means you know it. Now, if you know someone that knows the place, let's say you meet me and I know the place, say I want to go to so place, that's where I'm going right now. So okay, all I need is just to grab you by the hand and take you there. You're already there. You're already there. So that is what it means, that you need a mentor. So a mentor will grab you by the hand and show you the way. Like all the things that took me years to perfect. My students, it took them just 3 months for them to get it. Because all the things they don't need, I don't need to tell them about it. Now, what they need and how to pass the information to them in a very simple way, I'm able to break it down for them, and they understand it and they use it and they make money. So you need a mentor. It can be anyone who you choose to be your mentor, but make sure you need a mentor. Because I also find it very difficult to cope without a mentor. Remember I mentioned that earlier, that the people that introduced this business to us, they told us that they will mentor us, free mentorship and all that, but we never got that mentorship because they were not on ground. They were busy traveling around the country, organizing seminars and recruiting people into the IML Academy. So that was the one of the hardest part I've seen in this business. But then for you, that's getting the right information from someone that have experienced it. I'm telling you now and I'm telling you today that you need a mentor. You need a mentor. So a mentor will help you get there faster, and a mentor will make sure you are learning the right thing, and a mentor will always be there to guide you and say, no, don't do it this way, do it that way. Is that clear? Alright, so in case you have any questions with regards to what I've said so far, if you have any area of concern, please let me know in the comment section. And also, if you are new here and you have not subscribed to our channel, please subscribe, hit the subscription button and subscribe. Turn on the notification button, and also share with family and friends. Share with that man, that woman that needs to hear about it, that wants to go into Forex but they don't know how. So thank you so much for your time once again, and see you on my next video. Bye.